everybody. Good morning. Hi all. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Can
Good
you?
evening.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Can able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So today topic is TU. Nothing but tumor identification. Okay. So this is a little bit complex domain. Even though I'll start explaining this one. Please be focused. Okay. Yeah, TU nothing but tumor identification. So whenever we are involving in the solid tumor related oncology clinical trial, so first of all we need to identify the tumor method. So which method we are identify the tumor, like MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, which some methods are there, right? So the methods we are identify the tumor. The method we need to be included in the TU data set. Okay. Yeah, method as well as these are the variables what they mentioned: TU location, method, and test, etc. Okay. And here basically there are two types of tumors lesions in the solid tumor project. One is target lesions, another one is a non-target. Okay. So target lesions are nothing but the tumors which are able to measure. Okay, the size should be as per the RESIST criteria. It should be greater than 10 size of diameter length, and short axis lymph node is 15 size. Okay, so maximum 2 per organs. That type of tumors they consider as a target lesion, which are not able to measure the size of the solid tumors. So that tumors we can call it as non-target tumors. 1 minute. Yeah. So tumors which are able to measure, those tumors are target lesions. Tumors which are not able to measure, non-target. Once we started measuring the particular place, so any new tumors was seen after treating your treatment. So there are new lesions. Okay, three types: target, non-target, new lesions. Okay. So here we are going to handle those three like target, non-target, and new lesion. Here you will see that target tumors are those are selected baseline and purpose used to overall treatment and measurement, usually CT scan, MRI as per the RESIST. For example, a patient starts with a clinical trial, three large lung tumors. These three tumors are selected as target tumors. Okay, the size of the tumors are measured regularly to track whether the tumor was reducing or increasing. Okay. In case of non-target tumors, which are not able to measure, simply we will, the measurement is like, not the measurement like whether it is a present or absent. So those tumors are at baseline but are not selected as precise measurement. Okay. So monitor qualitatively to assess the overall disease progression like present or absent. Okay. So in addition to this three target tumors, if the patient also have some smaller nodules in the liver, these are classified as a non-target. Okay. So new tumors nothing but whenever we started the treatment, that time these are not there. After continuing with the treatment, so during the treatment, any new lesions or new tumors are appeared, those we can call it as new tumors. Okay, tumors that are appear after treatment has started, which were not present at the baseline. It indicates what the disease was progressing. Okay, that may lead to treatment discontinuation. After 4 months of treatment, a new lesion is detected in the liver. The lesion is classified as new tumor. Okay, so target tumors are able to measure. The measurement is MMR, some sizes. Non-targeted are present before the baseline only, but these are not able to measure. Simply, we will give the qualitative assessment like present or absent. New tumors are nothing but uh, while after starting the treatment, these are we will see in the here. Okay, so tumor assessment one, tumor assessment two. So now we'll start with our programming. So three data set, the information, tumor information was collected. New tumor, new lesion, non-targeted, targeted. Okay. So this is the libraries as usual. Just removing the work library temporary data set. These are the variables we are going to include in the TU data set. Okay. Yeah. So just I'm running here. We'll see the raw. First, we will focus on the new tumor. So here you will see the new lesions. Okay. So just I'm opening it in the Excel form. So how our data set is going to create here, this subject is there. Okay. So 004, the new lesions tumor assessment was happening. So here you will see site one, site one display value, site specify, description, modality, and modality one, specificity, image, list. So up to here, these are the information of the first site. Okay, so we identify the sites, new lesions where it is either liver or other. Okay, so in future we may get the site two related information. Okay, and the site three, site four, like the 10 site they are identified. Okay, so everything in a separate column. And now what we are going to do here, if it is there, just giving the overall idea like this we have to check. Okay, so first we need to be each subject wise. After that one, so site wise information there, right? So this, for example, this is the first site. Okay, so just copy this. Okay, so just uh, this we can rename. So this is the first site and second set information there, right? Second side information will set here. Okay, so like that third side, fourth side, fifth side. So each subject, the send 10 time 10 sides information we are going to display in like a final data set in this way. Okay, so if the information is available, so NTL1, NTL2, NTL3, NTL4, like the 10 sites information. If for example first site, so we have these are the location. So second site, third site, like that. This is a non new lesions in the similar way, non-targeted, targeted. Okay, so the data they are showing in a column wise each site information. And as per the CDISC rule, so we are going to write a programming to convert this information into a proper shape and proper variables. And the final uh, data is like this. So each subject, so same, you just copy this and paste it here. Now what happened? This is a second site information, right? Just I'm deleting. Yeah. So the same information we populated here, third, fourth, fifth site. Like that set, we are all the information one below under. So that each subject one record is there. So it will 10 records for the 10 sites. So first we will start with the new lesson programming. So where the new lessons are there in the raw data set, NL. Okay. So here also we have one variable new lesion. It is a really new lesion or not? Are there any new lesions since the last assessment? Okay, so here there is no. Okay, only we need to take the AS related because no, we don't have any info. You can also say there is no info. So only AS related. Now and the test CD. Just we go with the examples. So you will find so many examples with the control terminology test series. Here you can see tumor identifier, TSTD tumor identifier. TORR is nothing but the original result. Okay. So here this is a new tumor. So new. Okay. So now here, if you see here, everything was site wise information they have given. Okay. So first lesion, the one and the display value NTL1 nothing but new lesion 1. So this is the first lesion and where it was found the site. Okay. So liver and other. So this is nothing but the first one is at the time of screening. Okay. So it was something like directly the visit wise. Okay. So when it was identified, so 13th June, 27th June and 13th June. So these are first site related. Okay. So and these are the second site. So if the value is there, we will populate the second set information below the first set. So for this purpose, what I do, so simply, so we just return the arrays of this 10. Yeah. So nothing but first array A belongs to this lesion ID. Okay. So this one, lesion ID, like this and this one only I take. So NTL1, NTL2, NTL3. So there are 10, right? So here this is a 1 and this is a 2 and this is a 3, 4, 5 up to 10 lesions identify there. So I just mentioned lesion 1 to 10 in the array A. So B, the site display value. So this was the one and this was a two array, second array. Okay. So 10 sites I mentioned And third one is the method description. And fourth one, you will see the date. And fifth one is the any site specific. Okay. So here, this one is the site specific is the fifth one. Fifth one also will give this. And sixth one is the DSR one description. Okay. Next one is this any specific modality. Yeah, here. Yeah, why so this information also needed, right? So any for example, this is a race and this is the race other. Okay, like that. So we have handled the main info into the main data set and other information into the supplementary, right? So similar way here also any site having other, that other information they will mention in the site specify. Any method we have, any special method they are doing, so that method mentioned here. Okay, any site is other site specific. So all these variables we just given as a array. So 10 sites, 10 images and 10 methods etc we defined in the array. So now we'll start mapping the variables one by one. Okay, so do I equal to, so 1 to 10. So what we started, so we are going to start a loop 1 to 10. So that what happen each time, for example, F1, if we are iterating, so this variable come into picture. F2, this is F3, like that. F10, this is a variable. Likewise, we are started with a loop. So for example, if A I not equal to missing, then what is AI? So, for example, if it is I equal to 1, the AI is, this is the AI, means A1, A2, A3, A4. Like that, the loop will start. So, one by one. So, first variable come. So, A1 was reserved and the first variable pick, and that variable not equal to missing. Then do, yeah. So, first variable related what? So this is the first variable related. So this is the link ID. Okay, tr link ID. This is expected variable. So the link ID every time. Okay. Next, B related. What is the B? Location. So B related site description, right? So here you will see the B. So this is the site related, the location of the particular tumor. So then TU location equal to I. Okay. So next, the C method and D is related to the date. Okay. So whenever the date will come TUDTC, that is in a numeric, we need to convert them into the character. So put off the particular variable. Okay. Next, what is the E? So in a specific site. Okay. So any specific site is there. So this information will send into the supplementary purpose. So for that purpose, we created one variable. If E not equal to missing, then true. First, we need to mention what is the tumor link and TU over. So this is the extra information E I. Okay. So E was done. Next F. F is nothing but the description related. So we will give describe. F and G nothing but the method specific any method. So here G and here uh, yeah. After this one output end and one moment and just drop the yeah. Why is it zero observations? Hmm. Let me check with the NL. Is only yes or no, right? Y only. Yeah. So now three observations NL. Now we have only the first site information there, right? So that is why we'll get only three. So we'll keep just for checking purpose, just write the keep equal to ampersand keep where. Now you'll see only now. So at the moment, only the first site having the information. If the second site information will get automatically, it will attach the NL1 below NL2, NL3, NL4 like that. It will attach. Okay. So at the moment, only this subject having this info. So that is why we just having NL1 information. Even if you see here, so NL2, NL3, everything was black. So we have written the condition in such a way like, so if the particular variable not equal to missing only, we are setting everything one by one. Okay. Yeah. So new lesion was completed. Next, we'll focus on the non-targeted. So non-targeted in the sense which are present before the baseline, but we are not able to measure. Simply, we will provide the qualitative assessment like whether it is a present or absent. Okay. So go to the raw data set and non-targeted NTL. You will see non-targeted lesions. Okay. Just let me open this also into the Excel form. Yeah. So here you will see, uh, for example, this subject one and same subject 001004. Yeah. Here you will see same thing. No. So this is a first site information up to here, and so this is a second site information. And this is a third site. Okay, so like that, even LTA3 also there. So what we do, so we have to set everything under a one by one variable. For example, here the lesion ID there NTL1. So same subject NTL2. So we are setting below NTL3 information, NTL4 like that. 10 sites we have, right? So the data was collected side by side. Now we are going to include into the one by one below. Okay. So what is the first site, second site, third site? Okay. So same thing. So non-target. The first problem is here. So if you filter one subject, how the data is going to collect, you can check. We will see the first one, fourth subject. So this NTL information was not populated to the remaining two records. Okay. So for this purpose, what I do, so this information I want to populate it this lesion. So otherwise, so this liver is there. Okay, the liver information should populate it these two visits as well. So this is the screening visit. You can see, yeah, screening time and tumor assessment. Okay, so screening time, this information was there means the next visit and next visit also same liver only it was happening. Okay, so I want to populate it this info to these two records as well. So for that purpose, what I do, so first I will pick these two records separately, okay, and this record separately. Then this information I just overlap to these two records. Okay, so data NTL1 set raw data set NTL1. Okay, so if so, first of all, I'll pick this record NTL pre-ref not equal to missing. That is screening record I am handling. So here I am going to drop the So this modality related information, because it is already there, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. And this one, numbering related modality. So 1 to 10. And the date also will drop. So next, sort by subject, sub now. Okay. So this means what? We will pick the first record which are having the info. Okay. So next, I am picking the second one, that is which are not having the info. Okay. Equal to missing related records I am taking into the consideration. There I am keeping all these variables. Modality and this one visit data set. After that one, we'll merge these two data sets so that the empty observations with overlapping with this required information variables. Okay. So data NTL3. So merging of this NTL1, NTL2 by subnorm. So two records. Okay. So now you will see all the information like so NTL1 array, the location, etc. was populated to all the records. Now the screening record I am going to add now data NTL and set this NTL3 and the raw data set NTL. So now the screen record also added. So now NTL have 22 observations. So we'll see once. You will see the information now. So everything NTL1 and this lung and liver and where it is NTL2 information was populated to all the records. Okay, that is what I just doing. First I will pick the empty record, then I will pick the non-empty records, then overlapping that records and this, and we added the screening record so that you can see all the data in a proper manner. Okay. So now we are going to handle this data set. So don't confuse here what we did. So first, we will pick the not equal to missing records, then equal to missing record, then that NTL2 was overlapping this information to the NTL1 info. And after that one, so the screening related info, right? That is not equal to missing record, we add again to here. So that what happened? So all the rows, perfect information will get. Okay, this is the first place, and this is the next, second, or third site related info. And now we do the same thing like array. Just we copy this one up to here. Just I'm putting here instead of there. So raw equal to so NTL, right? So NTL, and this is NTL. And tumor test is identify, and this one TU over RES equal to this is a non-targeted. So non-target. Okay. So here A equal to the lesion related. So this is a related up to here is the first lesion. Okay. So this is the A related. So A related, and B is the site related, and C is the method, and fourth one is the date related, and E is the site specific, description specific, and G is the method specific. Okay. And next do the same thing here. So just copy this. Yeah, if it is A1, the link ID same. B is the location, C is the method, D is the date, and E is the tumor. Any specific, what is E here? Yeah, site specific, and G is the same. The coding is same. Okay. Yeah. So just copy this and paste it here. Non-targeted, please. NTL. Now you can see the NTL. So non-targeted related. So if the subject having the two records, so then NTL1, NTL2. The subject having the three sites, NTL1, NTL2, NTL3. Okay. So one and below we have include that info. Okay. So next we'll focus on the targeted lesions. Okay. So just copy the same info. Yeah. So targeted lesion. So targeted lesions are measurable, and here you will get the targeted lesions raw data set. So targeted lesions. Okay. TL and TL, and the variable whether it is a TLPREF. Okay. And here, yeah, TLPREF, TLPREF, and here also TLPREF. Okay. So NTL place, you just mention TL, TL2, TL3, okay, and same variables, okay. So next, here, so TL and TL, and this one is a targeted. So the remaining program same. Just you run and see now the TL. Just copy this info and paste it here. Now the non-targeted, targeted new list information was populated. So we are going to set all the data set together. So data, final, set, NL, NTL, and TL. So, and we have added, so just sort it. You will see the first subject, if you see site number, yeah, subnom. If you here see the first subject, so the records are like non-targeted, target. If new lesion is there, new lesion also there. Okay. So we are going to add the variables like use sub JID and etc. The domain is T. So now I'm just keeping so that we know. Around 10 variables we included, and these are the variables still we are going to include. Okay. So in the final data set, you will see each and every subject. So the first subject, so non-targeted, targeted, and the second subject we have new lesion is there for the second subject, non-targeted, targeted. So here you will see new lesion was found in the liver, targeted lesions are found in the liver, and non-targeted in the pancreas. The method is CT scan. The dates you can see 13/6 like that. Okay. So the information they provided in such a way like this lesion 1, lesion 2, lesion 3, lesion 4 like that. We just change them into in this way. So what is the lesion 1, lesion 2, lesion 3? T1, T2 means there are two tumors in the targeted T1, T2. Okay, so in this subject, we have three targeted T1, T2, T3. So how the information they given? So this is a T1 related info and this is a T2 related info. This is a T3 related info. Like that they mentioned side by side. We make them into the one below another one as per the standard. So what are the variables and then epoch information. So epoch nothing but, so simply I'll show you the epoch how it is. So SDTM underscore, we have a SE data set, right? So just make this into the Excel. Yeah. So just delete it. So first here, this is the subject number, the screening start date, and this is the end date. Now the first subject, so your first subject in the TU. So look at this date. Okay. So for example, one of the date, any date. Sir, 13/6 is there. Okay. So what is the subject? 002, the date is there. Okay. So here you will see the here. The date is this one, 13/6/2019. So I highlighted this two. So this date where it is. Okay, between where? Okay, here you will see 15th 5 to 24th 6. This comes under the treatment. So this date fall on here. Okay. And this record, the epoch was populated as treatment. So we have to merge with the SC dataset and our date variable where it is fitting, like which SESTDTC to SENDTC it was there. So that related epoch was populated to this particular record. Okay. So we have some macro. So to merging that SC data set and taking that input to there to here. So we instead of writing code we have a macro. So I'll copy that macro here. So that is easy for you. Whenever the epoch information there, simply we apply this macro. Okay. So here our final data set is final. Instead of final, we will give as a TU1. So now the TU1 sort by subject. Next, your SDTM SC data set. So the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth orders you will filter. And first one is the start date of screening, start date of screening end. So second one is a cycle one, third one is a cycle two, fourth one is a cycle three, safety follow up, long term follow up. So your date variable, you can keep it as a DTC. So your date between the last follow up start to last follow up end, you will give the epoch as long term follow up. Your date between the safety follow up starting to safety follow up end, safety follow up. Cycle 3 start, cycle 2 start, cycle 1 start to end, we will give as a treatment. So if your date is between the screening start date to screening end date, you will give as a screening. Okay. So likewise, you just apply this epoch macro, epoch patch of code. So in the TU data set, so you will see the epoch information. So based upon this date, okay, so the TU date, so where it is falling in the SC domain, that epoch we have to populate. Okay. So simply we are merging the SC data set with this data set, and after that one we know. Yeah, TU data set, now you will see the epoch information was populated based upon the date present in this TU DTC. Okay. So if the date is missing or date is before to the screening, so we can apply those at the screening. So next, what are the variables are pending? Epoch is done. So visit number and visit. So here, so how the visits are, they produce here. You will see the TL. Here is the visit info. You will see here the visit information. Yeah. So 1 minute. here, uh, so how the visits they populated in the raw data set, you will go and see PLRNT. Yeah. So they given screening and the visit you will see the tumor assessment, tumor assessment. So they are not specifically mentioned what the visit is, this one. So, but as per the our trial domain, the trial visits are you can see the visit screening cycle one, day five, day three. So this they simply mention tumor assessment, but that we don't know which visit it is. Okay. So how to get this visit? What the exactly visit is? Which visit it is? Okay. So whether it is a cycle one, day five, cycle two, cycle three, cycle four, or end of the follow-up, safety follow-up. So how we know which visit it is? So for that purpose, what we do, same like SE, we have to merge with the SV data set. Okay. So SV data set, SV start date and SV end date you can take, and your particular date comes under which visit you need to pick, and we have to populate that visit. Okay. So same thing, we just generated the macro. Just merging with the SV data set. After that one, we take the SV information from there to here. Okay. So we are not considering any unscheduled visit, just SV DTC2. So merging with the SV data set with our TU data set, your date between the SV start date to SV end date, the particular visit and visit number we will take from there and we populate it here. Okay. So that all the visit information was populated because in the raw data set they are not specifically mentioned which visit it is. Okay, so they simply mention tumor assessment visit, but the what is that tumor assessment visit we will take by using the merging with the SV data set and will populate the exact visit. Okay. So now you will see the epoch and you will see the visit and visit number exact whether it is a safety follow-up or cycle 3 based upon the date. So we will check with this date between the SV start date to SV end date of the particular subject and will populate the visit. Okay. So next what are the variable? The sequence and this variable. What is this? Okay. So this is the character version of the standard results. So we don't have any unit conversation. This is not a lab. So directly we will give the TU ORRES. And next TUDY. So TUDY nothing but how we are deriving the study day derivation. Same way we can derive here. So how the study day we derive? So we merge with the DM and we do this one, right? So simply you do the same thing for the derivation of that this thing. So TU3 and here TUDTC and this one is okay and here TUDY. We'll see each subject, the non-targeted, targeted tumor, and here this is a visit info, this is epoch, and this is the TUDY. Okay, how many days before or after it was happened? We'll see by TUDTC and TUDY. And the next variables are here, the sequence variable as well as last observation before taking the treatment, we need to populate the flag TULOBFL exact nothing but so we need to flag which record was happening before taking the treatment, like baseline flag. Okay, and for this purpose, 1 minute. So we need to consider the records which were happening before taking the treatment. After that one, in that record, we have the last record before treatment that we can populate as this flag. Okay. So data. So the last record, set the TU4, the date. The date is, the date is less than or equal to this RF date, and not missing of this ST. The type of records we just filter it. After that one, sort by use of JID and link ID and the date. Then the particular, we just give the, so in this records, if last dot, the link ID. You will give the flag TULOBXFL equal to Y, and keep the subject. So last, oh, ST is uninitialized. So we just remove this one. You can see the last data set. We have only having which records having the before treatment. So each subject NTL1. So which date we populated as this flag. Now we merge the data set back to this data set. So data final. So merging your last data set with the TU4 data set. By use of JID and the link ID and the star database. Yeah, only the sequence variable is pending. So the remaining all variables we done. Yeah, so this is the flag, which is we called having the before taking the treatment, we populate as flag. So now the sequence variable, as usual, how we are running the sequence variable for other data set. Here also do the same thing. Go to the page around 20. In this, what is the sequence variable? You need to figure it out. TU. So evaluator ID not there. So TU link ID. Yeah. So almost all variables we have included the TU dataset, the final two. Now we can see the sequence of non-targeted, targeted. In case of second subject, you can see new lesion and non-targeted, targeted. So we will send this info to the our permanent library. So here the data collection in a different way, like each tumor wise information they provided, right? So that is why we have to consider the sites. So 10 sites are there. Yeah, in the final SDTM underscore us, the TU data set, tumor identified. Okay. So like this, you have to create the tumor. So this is a bit complex domain in the oncology itself because the tumor identification, tumor results and response, these three are the major three important data set. So in that tumor identification, mainly they focus on the location of the tumor and the method, how it is collected. That information generally they mention. And as per this one, non-targeted, targeted, new lesions, three types are there. Whether these measurements will, the results, the how much size, we will put into the TR data set. So whether it is, location and method information mainly put into the TU data set. Okay. Yeah, go through this code, try to understand the code. Okay. And whenever the interview people ask if you practice well, so simply you can easily answer. Okay. Yeah. Anybody having any doubt on this? You just unmute and ask me now, one by one.
Sir, in one of my studies, no, not in one, both of the studies which is related to solid tumors only, I
Mhm.
could see this tumors NT1, NT0, or whatever the target or new lesions or non-target. It
Mhm.
comes in the column wise only. I have not seen any kind of listing where it comes in different columns. It comes in the same column only.
Same. Okay. So
So in the
most of the that is based upon the raw data how they are collected. So if the collection is like this, you can use this code. So most of this is more convenient to them to collect the data. Okay. So each lesion wise, where it is, the site description, the date, etc. Okay. So if this one there, so you need to handle the program in such a way. Okay. How we are handling same way.
don't we receive mostly in that scenario, sir? Do we receive in this kind of
So
different?
if everything they mentioned, one above below, so directly we map the variables. Okay. So for example, only one variable they mentioned NT1 below NT2, NT3 information there. So you can directly map this as a link ID, this as a method, this as a site, like that we may directly map. Okay. So that rare cases the based upon their raw data design, but most of the clients they follow this solid tumor collection like this only. So we have to write a programming like arrays is a more, so 10 times no need to write. So if one is this, two is this, not like that. So just try to write a macrotizing programming so that loop will iterate, so one by one variable handle automatically. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Just to go through this code, and next session, the TR dataset, tumor results, the measurements, whether it is a present or absent, we'll see. Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me, sorry.
maybe related to this or not, I don't know. But whenever the subjects, whether they are responding or not to the drug, how do we know, sir? Actually,
Yeah,
when do we publish?
it is there in the response in the RS dataset, response dataset. They will, we will get the information, whether it is a complete response or partial response, etc. You will find in the RS dataset. Okay. So response dataset is separate. Uh, So here they mentioned as the resist.
Mm.
Yeah, here you will see how the responses they collected in the raw data. So
Okay,
first we are
even they not responding also will be
yeah,
given.
yeah. That is a stable disease. They are not responding in the sense it is a stable. So one by one. So first we identify, right? Next tomorrow class, how much measurement, how much size it is, we will put into the TR. So and the other class, how it is responded after treating, that is RS. Okay. Three data sets are important: TU,
And sir,
TR, and
here
RS.
in this arrays you mentioned, no, everywhere the 10, the
Mm. Yeah.
dimension. So
Mm.
if any one of them is not present in the data set, uh,
So
do
that
we
will
need to
given
mention
a
here?
something like loop was not populated exactly, but the collection is like that only. If you see here the collection,
It
so
must be collected.
yeah, it must be collected. First lesion is there, so that related all the info. Second lesion there, so that is. So there is a standard way. So if it is not collected, if it is not present, we can raise the next query. Why that particular site, that information, why it is not populated? Okay.
Okay, okay, so that.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I have an issue. Can I share the screen?
Yeah, you can. Prog data set and what are the variables we want to be included in the TR, we make a note. Okay. So we just created a macro variable. So wherever it required, so we are calling. So we'll take a TU as a reference program for this one because the same thing like uh, same tumors like targeted, non-targeted as well as new lesions. Okay. Before that one, I just show some PPT. Yeah, just giving not this one. RS right. Yeah. So for example, in the TR data set, so the subject 101, the TR method means TU and TR both are same method. CT scan was done at week 1. Okay. So the tumor in the liver, it was found. Okay. So the longest diameter of the tumor is 35 millimeter and shortest axis is 20 mm. So here you will see whenever we see some tumor, so whenever they are measuring the tumor, you will see here this one is the longest diameter, this one is the shortest axis, this one we can consider longest perpendicular. Okay, short axis and perpendicular if something similar. Okay, so whenever we are dealing with 101 subject CT scan in the liver at the week 1, the tumor's longest diameter is 35 mm and shortest axis is 20 mm. Okay, so whenever we are measuring some results, the results are putting into the TRORS in case the targeted tumors. Okay, for example, in case the subject 102 had a MRI at week 4 in the lung, so the TR test longest diameter, it is too small to measure. Okay, the tumor is too small to measure in the lung area, so we can give the results too small to measure. Okay, so in case the breast X-ray, okay, at week 6, but the tumor was not able to measure. Okay, so we can give the longest diameter not done, shortest axis also not done. Sometimes what happen? So in the CT scan kidney, so we found one tumor that longest diameter is 40 mm, shortest axis we are not able to measure. So that is why we can put a not done, or we are not done that activity, so we can put as a not done. Okay. So like this, we will get the result before starting with the TR. So what are the variables and values we are going to put into the tumor related RTR data set. Okay, we'll see. And here, okay, this is not an issue. So now we are starting the programming. We running. Yeah. So first we are going to handle the new lesions. So we already discussed there are three types: targeted, non-targeted, and new lesions. Three types are there. Targeted domain, which are able to measure; non-targeted, which are not able to measure; and new lesions, which will happen after the treatment started. So new lesions we handle. So what I do, just copy this code, Control C and Control N. Just wherever the TU there, just replace the TR. Okay, so that TR method, TR link ID, etc. will get, and we do some identification. So you do some modifications. So NL, and NLES equal to 1, TR test CD equal to here. Yeah. TR test CD equal to tumor identification is the TU. Okay. In case of TR, we'll see this is the TR data set. And here TR test CD, it is a targeted, non-targeted. So we are looking for the new lesion. Here are the new lesions. Okay. So then the TR test CD equal to tumor ident. Okay, this still is TU. New lesions TR. Okay, then we'll give the tumor TR test CD equal to tumor state. So here tumor state and TR test equal to tumor state and TR ORRES equal to whether it is a present or absent, right? So present we will put, and one more variable here, TR group ID. TR group ID is whether it is a targeted, non-targeted new lesion. So here the new lesion. Okay. And one more variable is STRESC, also same. STR is nothing but standard results. So actually what they are collected same as a standard. Okay. So next arrays. We will see here. So this is the first tumor related information. So in this you can see lesion ID, site display value, any site specific, any description, method, any method specialty, method display value, method specify any value. This is a date. So each tumor, so this is a second tumor, second site related information. So now, same thing. Yesterday we have did the TU data set with the same one by one in site information put, and second site we are going to set the under the first site. Like that we do. Here also do the same thing. First one, the lesion. So this information, this lesion ID related. Second one is site. So here the site information is not needed. Why? Because already we covered that site information in the where the site was obtained in the TU data set. Okay. So this was not needed. Okay. So let me, yeah, here you will see the first one is the lesion, second one is the method. Okay. So here the first one just highlighted in some other color. Yeah. Second one is a method. Third one is the date. And fourth one is the method specific. Okay. So why we are picking only this four for this TR? Because you will see the site information, the description, and the site specific, etc. information we already covered in the TU data set. So even so this method is required for here as well. TR method, TU method, both are same. But so for the tracing purpose, we are putting here. Okay, and as well as here, yeah. So 10 and same thing 1 to 10. This is the link ID, TR link ID, and TR method, TR DTC, and D not equal ABC. Sorry, A is the link ID. Okay, B is the location. No, B is the location. We are not there, right? So method is the B related info, and C is the date related. Okay, so C and D is the any extra variable like specify variables. Yeah. Do and here C and it is B and it is D, right? So D. Let me check with here. A1 to Z, AI equal to by this one. Yeah, so NL has now 3 observations. New lesions. So NL1, the tumor state, tumor test CD, whether it is a present or absent, which method, the date. Fine. So next copy this one and paste it into our code. Just save it. So next one by one handle. Next non-targeted. So non-targeted thing. Just copy this one. Enter non-targeted. Paste it here. Just replace first TU with the TR. After that one we'll check non-targeted. So non-targeted NT1 and so here the non-targeted variable not equal to missing, and here we are dropping the modality as well as image and visit num. Here one more variable also there here. This is a new, right? So NTL. So this is the first. So after 10th lesion, so here you will see the lesion status. Okay, lesion status of the first lesion, and this is the second lesion status, third lesion status, like that. Okay, so here the status information, whether it is a present or absent of non-targeted tumor. Okay, so whether it is a present or absent. So this lesion status also we are dropping, and we overlap to everything. So here you will see this info. Just simply drop. Okay, so what are the variables we are dropping? So status and image data and so visit now. Why? Because so already explained you. So we have not populated all the information to all the record. So first we will take the not equal to missing, then we can take the equal to missing records. After that one we merge together to overlap the information to all the variables. Okay, so next same thing here, we just copy this variable and just put as a keep ntl2, and here yeah, after that one we overlap this variable to here and same thing, and here ntl and up to here I just run. So here ntl having the 10 observations. ntl1, 22 observations. And after that one, what we did, so we have to do the same. So non-targeted related, right? So non-targeted, we can put here the tumor state and TR test TD equal to tumor state. And the TROR is equal to non-targeted. Okay. So non-targeted and the group ID. So here this is the group ID, TRGRP ID is a non-targeted. Next, so here A, B, C, D, E, right? So A is the lesion ID, B is the modality related, so site related not needed. So B and C is the image data and D is the anything specific modality. So site description and the description is not needed. D. Okay. No, this is for one more variable we have, right? That is a status. So we will put that one here. Status 1, status 2, status 3, status 4, 5, 7, and 9 and 10. Okay. Yeah. E status and A, B, C, D. E is the modality is the method specific anything. Okay. So now D 1 to 10, same thing. A related to the link ID and B related to the so B related to
But
the
here
bot.
both the arrays are same, 60 to 60.
E and
D
F.
and E
Okay.
is same.
Okay. So we'll put this as D. Yeah. So next to B related what? B related info or method related. So B related TR method and C related, I think date. Yeah, date. And what is the D related status? Okay.
Yes. Oh,
Status related. Okay. So D not equal to missing. Then we'll write here D not equal to missing. Then the results. So here D nothing but whether it is a present or absent, right? So TRORRES, original results found. We can put uppercase the D. Whether it is a present or absent, we need to be display in the uppercase level. Here you will see the results are in uppercase, right? So that is why I just mentioned the uppercase the results. And next E is the specific anything. So do end. Let me check any do's are there here. Yeah. Yeah, here NTL having the NTL1, NTL2. So whether the results are there, TRORIS present or absent. Any errors? Just copy this and paste it here. Now we just set these two data set together. One is a NL, another one is a NTL. Run proc sort by subnum. Just keep the variables. Just we will check whether getting the right or wrong. Anything missing, so we can find now subnum. Yeah, so here this was truncating. Non-targeted, targeted, some new lesions also there. So we'll give the length statement for the group ID, tr group ID. Okay. Yeah, so now we can see whether it is a non-targeted, targeted, or new lesion. So the new lesion and so this is subject. Why this many records the same day? So let me. So if everything was having same info, just I'm deleting the all the duplicates. Yeah. So now you will see the exact information of the tumors. Yeah, you will see the perfect information. So one subject is there, that subject having so non-targeted, and if the subject having the targeted tumor, yeah, so non-targeted that is present or new is present or not, will quit the info. Yeah. So now we have to check with the targeted. So in case of targeted, we have longest diameter and the shortest axis information also there, right? So just now I show the PPT. So whenever they are measuring the targeted domains, targeted lesions. In case of non-targeted new, so whether it is a present or not, we check. But in case of targeted, so why we are taking the targeted, which are able to measure. So the measurements are there. And as per the rule also, so targeted domains as per the resist criteria. So targeted lesions, max of 5 or 2 per organ. Okay, max 2 per organ. So only 5 targeted lesions only we need to take into consideration. In case of non-targeted, so we have taken the 10 sites, right? But in case of targeted, if you can see, we have only 5 sites. Targeted lesion. You can see here, first site, second site, third site, fourth and fifth site. Only the 5 sites are there. Okay. So after that one, we have here you will see the sum of this one, and here the longest diameter too small, longest diameter not done. So in this first each site, so how the data was collected. So this is, for example, this is the first site related information. Okay. So here they mentioned in the first site, what is the longest diameter, what is the shortest, this one, and so I just and as well as they will mention the what is the longest diameter too small, longest diameter not done. Okay, this is related to the first site only, and this is related to the first site only. Okay, so from here, this is the second site. Second site, this four, and this is the third site. This is the fourth site, like that. Okay, this is the sum of the overall. So first, they will measure the site, where it is, site and description and method and the date. And then they will measure the longest diameter, shortest diameter, longest diameter too small, not done related any info, short axis too small, short axis not done. So we are going to put all this information into our targeted domain. Step by step, I just copy. Yeah. So this is a targeted. So wherever the not equal to missing, and so we just keep the variables TL1, TL, subject number, and the lesion related. Yeah, so only 5, right? So we'll put the 5. And here this one, lesion 1 to 5, 1, 2, and 4, and 5. Okay. So after that one, Visnam also will keep visit number. So this is the targeted. So wherever the records were not there, we just keep these records. And after that one, just copy this info and paste it here. And this one the TL2. So wherever the missings are there, and we just drop these variables from here there, and we just overlapping this info to the particular in TL2. Okay, so TL1, TL2. After that one, we merge it together and just set the remaining one. Yeah, so TL1, TL2, and next TL1 were not equal to missing records, we'll keep. So final TL was created. The TL, yeah. So now we will check, this subject or any subject. So that information was populated to all the records. Okay. So now we start the programming of this one. Data TL underscore one set TL. Okay. So here the group ID, GRP ID for the targeted tumor. The GRP ID is like they be given by. So what I do here, TR GRP ID equal to target. Okay, targeted. So next here we will now have some piece of code for this array. Yeah. So A is the lesions, 5 lesions, B is the method related, C is the image related. So D is the, okay, so D you can see longest diameter for this one, okay, and E is the longest diameter too small to measure, and F is the longest diameter not done, okay. These three you will see here. Longest diameter, this is the longest diameter too small to measure, this is the not done related. And similar way, short axis related 3. So here this is the short axis and this is the short axis too small to measure, short axis not done. So these three are that related. Okay, that 5. Next one, this is the method specific anything. Okay, so like that we define the arrays. Now we are going to write. So already this I is there, right? So I am just giving do instead of I give W. Okay. So same thing if you are giving that will confuse whether this is the array or that is array. So it will give an error message. To avoid that one, so I'll give some other one. Do I W equal to 1 to 5. So the first thing is here what we done link ID. So here instead of this one W and this one is a TR link ID and here this is a AW. Okay. Next one B. If it is a BW, what is B related here? Method. Okay. So TR method and the BW. Next C related date, right? So here you will take this one and put up this TRDTC and this is a C. Instead of I, keep the W. Okay. So next TR test CD. So longest diameter related, right? This one. So just check with the implementation guide. So the longest diameter is LDIAM. So longest diameter. So we can check with the control terminology. You will see here L diam. So L diam nothing but longest diameter. Okay. So longest diameter purpose we give the L diam. So L diam and TR test equal to longest diameter the result TRORRES equal to the result. Longest diameter is related to what? D, right? So D W. And the units TRORESU. Okay. And next one A B C D J. If JW not equal to missing, then do. So this is a specify related what others method, right? Yeah. So this one and TR AW and this was JW. So in output and in. One more undo block. Do in and do it. Yeah. So one more undo block. Yeah, fine. So this is for one. This is longest diameter. Same thing we are going to include the longest diameter to small related. Okay. So we done this longest diameter, right? Now we are doing with the longest diameter to small. Just copy this info and paste it here. Okay. And same thing 1 to 5 everything longest diameter here. Longest diameter TORRES equal to too small to measure. Okay. This one is a missing and same thing here. Okay. So next one is longest diameter not done. Okay. So just copy this one. So no need this one, right? So the loop is started to rotating and this one is just copy and paste it here. And here not done cases, you just keep this one and one more variable we keep here TR status. So that was not done. Okay. So next one is shortest axis, that is perpendicular. 1 minute. The longest diameter related. Okay. AW. Oh, here this is the DW, right? So here D related, right? So DW. And this one is the EW. And this one is the FW. Yeah. So next, shortest axis. Shortest axis from starting with the G, I hope. Yeah, GHI, right? Just copy this, paste it, hit GW not equal to missing the link ID. We can put AW, and next to B is the day, method related, and C is the date related. TR test CD we will give the short axis. We don't have exactly, so we'll give the perpendicular for the short, and the description for this one longest perpendicular. So as per the control terminology we are giving, and the ORR is equal to strip of GW. Okay, and ORR is equal to millimeters. Start equal to, so they are measuring, right? So remaining everything same. Next one is too small to measure cases. So here this was the this we are handling now, and next too small to measure and not done also we have to handle. So just copy this one G and H, and this one same, and the TROR is equal to too small to measure. And next in case not done cases, just copy this one, paste it, I. If I'm not right, wrong, I is the, yeah, not done short axis. And here this was the missing, and status equal to not done. Last one is sum of the diameter also there. So up to here the loop is ending. And after that one, here we have one more column is there, that is sum of the diameter. Okay, already sum of all this one. So if sum dia not equal to missing, then do the date is TRDTC equal to the date is image date for the sum of diameter, and so the TR test CD equal to
Sum of diameters means only longest altogether individually and the shortest all together individually or together of both.
uh, this was the sum of all. Okay, so the measurements is there, right? 29, and so here the measurements are there, right? So it will check all the sum. So all lesions are there, right? Longest and shortest, everything. So they will measure and they will give the sum. So let me check with here. Yeah, for example, liver. So longest 29. So 001. I think what are the available there. So it will all sum together, I think. Okay. So let me see where it is. This is a 29 and this row 29 and 27. Yeah. And so just sum of these and we'll get that number or not. We'll check 27 and the 15. Yeah. So 29, 27, 30,
56,
50, 56 and 15.
71.
56, 71. Yeah, here you will see the 71. Okay.
So longest individual.
Longest individual. They sum together and they'll get. Okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
think there is no short in case if some values are there, we will know whether it is sum. But yeah, longest diameter only they will take into the consideration. So short axis they are not adding it to the sum. I know the sum calculation they already provide the raw data set, right? So we will check manually also whether they consider the short axis or not. Okay.
Okay.
So here the data is not there. We don't know whether they consider or not. Yeah, tier test CD equal to sum dia. Okay. And TR test equal to sum of diameter and the ORRS original results sum dia. The next output. Yeah. Yeah. So we have around all these variables. What we do? So we just copy this code and paste it here. And you will put that data set here, TL underscore 1. Now we final data set having. So non-targeted, targeted information. Okay, so here if it is a new lesion is the new non-targeted, target related information. The results you will see targeted you will get the values, non-targeted you will get the present or absent or some qualitative information. Okay. So next, so this variable is exactly equal to this one. we simply mention TRS equal to. So standard results are nothing but original results in this case, TRORR. In case any unit conversion there, so we'll do that one. That is in case of laboratory or some. Yes. Now, what are the variables are pending now? Study ID, domain, use subject, etc. Right? So just you take from there. Yeah, finally you will see. So study ID, domain and use subject ID and group ID, link ID, etc. Okay. So now still what the variables are pending? Epoch and visit number, right? So the units and this numeric version variable we derive here itself. This is the numeric version information they want to keep. So input of PRORRES, comma. So best dot you will put so that it will take only the numeric version info. And so this was the units. Units are exactly equal to the collected units. TRORRESU. Yeah. So next one sequence variable evaluator. So evaluator keep as missing. If any evaluator investigators like that there, so we'll keep that info. And visit num and epoch. So visit and visit num epoch here you will see. So just copy that info, epoch information from the TU. And here the data set name is final, right? Yeah, final. So final one, put the final, and here in place TR. Okay. Now final one we have. So next visit and visit num also you will see. So let me check the final one. Epoch was populated. Yeah, epoch was populated. Next visit and visit number. So just copy the same info. So GTM SV and etc. So this is the final one. And you should put the final two. Yeah. Okay. So just merge with the SV dataset to populate the visit information there to here. And here TR final. So we can give final one, final two, and I am giving final three here, this one, and this one the final two. Yeah, wherever the TIU there, TR, TR, yeah. So instead of changing the code simply, I think link ID, TR link ID not there. Is there, yeah. So once we done this one, simply sort and merge it here. your TR. So what the data set here? This is a final 3. Final 4.
420 lineups.
Yeah. Final 3.
By you subjected 423 line.
Yeah. Here, this was 1 minute. So what the data set will get? Final 3. And so this is the data set. We are going to merge with the main data set. And this is the main data set, final 1. So final 1 and final 4. So you can give TR final. So TR. Yeah, wherever the TU there, we can make it as a TR, 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 TR. No issues. Now we just keep where. You'll see only the sequence number and LOB XFL TRDY. So same thing here. So the other variables, how we derive, same thing TRDY, how we are derive, same thing. We just merge with the data set DM or TR and TR2, and in case here TRDY, TRDY. Okay. TR2 having. Next sequence and LOBFL is missing. So same thing, how we done the here TU data set, same way just copy. So TR2 and same thing, and here TR link ID. After that one, merge that last with the TR. And next the sequence number. Final 2. And this final 2 you will keep it as TR. Okay. So TR. Tumor results. Yeah, this is a lengthy program. But the TR is the most complex data set. TR. Okay. So now you will check non-targeted, targeted deviations. So any duplicates are there, like similar information. It's just deleting here. Okay. Non-targeted NT1, NT2. The sequence number is there, right? So before the sequence number, you will see now the first subject, non-targeted. Yeah, different dates. One is a missing date, one is a 16. So even the date is missing, no need to consider, I think. So what are the available information there? So we will put now. The date is missing. So we just just removing the date is missing cases. PRDTC not equal to missing related. And the same time the result should be also missing. And TRORRES equal to missing. Just I'm deleting this type of records to populate only the collected information. You will see the now. Yeah. So here the non-targeted. So 2 tumors, 1, 2, and targeted we have 1, 2, 3 tumors. And this two, third tumor you will see longest diameter and sum of the diameter also we calculated. Sum of the diameter is 71. So 29, 27 and 15 it will give you the 71. Okay. So in case of non-targeted we are just showing whether it is a present or absent. In case of new tumor also whether it is a present or absent information we have to show. Why? Because these are not able to measure at the particular site. And here what the method we use and the wait visit and epoch and date and study day information we are including in this TR domain. Okay. So TR nothing but the results. TU nothing but the what is the method to identify the tumors. Okay. Yeah. This is for today's class and tomorrow we'll discuss with the RS data set response. So whether how the tumor was responding, complete response, partial response, etc. Anybody having any doubt on this? You can unmute and ask me. Yeah, little bit complex, but so there is no other way. You need
So
to learn. Yeah,
what is the resist here? It is a method. What is that?
yeah. So resist criteria. So here they mentioned some criteria, right? So while collecting the data, so they follow the resist one. There is a guideline called resist for the solid tumor. So how the data is going to collect for the solid. So one of the condition is here you will see. If in case we are collecting the target lesion, it should be maximum 5 only you need to take and max 2 per organ. So liver 2 and heart 2 like that. So each organ maximum two lesions only you need to take, and you have to take maximum of 5. Like that rules they mentioned in the resist guideline, they follow and they will collect the data. Okay.
What does it mean? Here maximum 5, maximum 2 means only 2 we have to take. Then what is the maximum 5 then?
So
5 lesions.
maximum 5 lesions only we need to take for the target. So we already seen here, right? So
Oh,
in
yes.
case of target, only 5 lesions we have to take, and that too are two per organ. For example, you are identify the solid tumors on heart, lung, liver. So
Mm-hmm.
liver you cannot take the 3 8 from the liver. So only two.
Okay.
Okay, like that.
So per organ 2, but overall only 5.
5. Yes.
And do we have any other criteria, sir, except this resist in this
So you will check in
information
the
related?
Google, just type in the resist related guideline. So you will find lot of the what the conditions, the rules. Okay.
I mean, except this criteria, do we use any other criteria?
No, here the resist criteria while collecting the data itself, they follow the rules. Okay. Yeah. So in the programmatical perspective, we are not much use the resist one, but while collecting the data, they follow that guidelines and they will measure the target lesions, non-target measurements. Okay. So we are not doing any measurements. We just take the data from the raw and we are, you know, hello.
Yes, sir, we can say.
Yeah. So we are done and RS. So today we are going to discuss the RS data set. Let me open the implementation guide. Here this is the RS related data set. So same TUTR and RS is the similar. So this is response related. So here these are the variables we are going to include in the RS data set. Okay. Let me run this one. In the raw data set, same. So we have a one raw data set related to the response. That is, they created the resist data set. In that, they have given the responses like here. Okay. So this is targeted lesion responses, and this is the non-targeted lesion responses, and this is the overall response, and this is the new lesion responses. Okay, new lesion, whether it is a present or not, and this is overally what is the response. So we have to include this information into the RS as per the SDTM standards. Okay, so data RS1 set, raw data set resist, and first one is the RS category. So you can see some examples. What is RS category comes under. Yeah, here you will see the example resist 1.1 and child, etc. So we will using the resist 1.1. So I'll put the resist 1.1 as a category. And next variable is evaluator. So is evaluating this one. So it is a permissible variable. So we'll check once any information related to the evaluator. So no. Okay. So I think so no need this variable, but I can put as a missing at the moment. So any investigator or anything there, so we can assign that variable. Otherwise, you can directly keep at the moment as investigator or radiologist, whoever doing this one. So investigator I am keeping. at the moment. Okay. And next the date. So RSDTC, the date. So here you will see the date. It is a numeric format. So convert them into the character. Okay. So next one by one. So first we will focus on that. We'll focus on the target responses. So here this is the target lesion responses. Not equal to missing. Then do. So RS test CD for this one. So target response. So you can see the examples, or you can go for the control terminology. You will find the terms. Here target response. We have this one. So we'll use this as a test CD. RS test equal to target response. And next RS ORRES, original result. So here the responses, PDPR is there, right? So as per here, the responses like this, PRSD only. So what we do, so we'll take only this word, okay? So to getting that one, so first I created some simple scan of,
Just scan function, right? We need to.
yeah, you can use the scan function to get the first second word.
And the delimiter.
Yeah, so delimiter. So that, second word after this one, this will get, and we will keep only PD. So that is why just YY equal to, again, we will do the scan function of this XX, comma first word before this one. Okay, so that only will get the PR. So first what we do, so we'll take this part PD and closing bracket. Next the closing bracket before first word, only the PD only will get. Okay, so YY and output. Okay, this is for targeted. Next non-targeted, just copy this one, paste it here. In case of non-targeted, this one. So non-targeted, and the non-targeted, this is the test CD, and this is the non-targeted response. Okay, and here if so, this type of we are not going to handle. So that is why we will give this as it is. So non-CR, non-PD, anything there. We can give as it is. Yeah. So next one is new lesion. So in case of the new lesion, This is the new lesion. Okay. And here the RSO or RS directly yes or no, right? So in this sub str of this one 1, 1 only, so we'll put the yes or no response. Okay, YRN. So that is why I just taking the 1. And finally the overall. Okay, overall response related not equal to missing, and this one overall response output end and run. Okay, here also end, here also end. We will see the RS1 data set. Here PDPR etc. Okay, so we'll include the study ID, domain ID etc. So we'll take from the TU domain. I will see the sequence and RSTS CRSC. This is equal to ORRS only. And what happened? Study ID domain RS. So in the RS1, you will see now study ID, domain, subject, and each subject wise target response not so something truncating. So let me give the length statement of this RS test CD and RS test 200. Yeah, so test CD and test, and this is the response. Okay, PDVRX. I will put later this variable. So next data RS2 set RS1. Okay, this variable. So what are the variables are pending? Epoch is the pending. So simply we will do the epoch same thing. Like how we handle in other data set. Here also do the same thing. Yeah. Only the change is you have to put this into the TRDTC, sorry, RSDTC, and the data set is a RS2, and here you have to mix RS2 and everything same. Okay. Now the TU2. So we'll give the RS3. So now the RS3 having the epoch information as well. Okay. So next, next variables are here. So visit num and visit and RS divide. So same thing. You just copy the visit related information how we handle. Here also do the same thing up to here, up to study divide. We can copy. Just you place it here wherever the TU there. I just replace with the RS. Just control all, control V here, and we'll see any errors are there. We'll check. Yeah, so RS link ID is there, RSTTC, RS underscore file, RS link ID. Okay. Yeah. So just I'm giving just a dummy variable. We're not disturbing the code. Simply I just give one dummy variable. Okay. RS underscore final data does not exist. Okay. Yeah. So let me check one by one. Okay, RS2 and RS3 and SV dataset, and here we'll give the RS3 and here this is a RS3. RS4. RS4. Just I'm updating the code. That's it. Here almost all variables. Zero observations. Still. Okay. RS underscore final data does not exist.
Here one more RS2, sir, from.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll give one by one. So this is the RS3 dataset. Fine. So next to this RS3, we are giving us, we will give as RS4. Okay. And you can merge with this RS4 and here RS final. And the RS final and RS4 dataset we just saw. And RS4 and RS final 1, and you will give the RS5. Okay, just merge with the RS5. Now the RS link ID should be there. We just added in the RS3 dataset. Anywhere keep, no keep. Yeah. Now we'll get a proper final 3. Yeah. So each and every subject, target response what and non-target response what and etc. variables will get. And the sequence variable, you can create it same like this way. Just sort it and keep it. Too many variables are there. So what are the variables are there in our data? So we keep those. Study ID, use subject ID, RS test CD, and visit num. And this was not there. This was not there. Evaluator and valid ID not there. Just copy this and here final 3 and final 4. And here you will give the RS sequence. RS sequence. Okay. This is RS. Final 4. Label of the data. Still. So every time while doing programming, you'll get a lot of errors. RS sequence equal to 1
Sir,
is
in
a
by
mistake.
statement we missed semicolon.
Yes. Now the RS data set having the 20 observations and 50 variables. RS. Yeah. So now you can also check each subject the response. Okay. So new lesson progression is non-targeted PD, overall response PD, target responses is PD. Okay. So this is a visit and this is the validator and this is the date and this the study day. As per the data they provided up to now, we have included in the now as per the SDTM standards. Okay. So once done also you need to check whether all the expected and permissible variables are covered. Anything is missing also. You can check by looking the implementation guide. So most of the expected and required variables we are including. Permissible variables you need to check whether it then information collected. So we can include, otherwise we exclude that one. So many examples also there in the implementation guide. So to follow that, to map RS dataset or any other dataset while mapping, you check the example along with the control terminology. You will find the most of the information. Okay. Yeah. So this is for RS class, and so tomorrow we'll see the Pinnacle 21 validation as well as define.xml related how to create. So I have some pirated tool. So I'll show you. So that the same tool like SAS, how we are using pirated SAS version, same way the Pinnacle 21 tool also I'll show how to run the SDTM Adam and how to create the XPT files, how to create the define. And up to now we do the development, right? How the in the projects how the validation will do, I'll show in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Anybody having any class up to now, you just unmute and ask me.
Yeah, hi. Can you just go to the code where you use the proc SQL last, right? So what was the reason why we use proc SQL over there?
Proxy equal here.
Yes.
So just merging with the SV data set with the our date. Okay. So the Cartesian product will produce. So because here also subject has many records, there also subject has many records, right? So many to many merge. We use the proc SQL procedure to get all observations should exactly matching with the RS final SV with the RS data set. Okay. So here you will see the RS final data set.
So
We will see.
yes. So
Yeah.
Can you write down that SAS code also other than the progress code?
So we will get some merge statement. We will get by using some data many to many cases. But so try your end
And
also
why you
once.
give that condition SV STDTC is less than equal to RS?
Yeah, so your date between the start date to end date, the particular date between the start date and date, that particular visit and visit number pick from the SV data set. That is what we are doing, right? So visit and visit number we are populating in this data set.
Okay. Can you do one thing? Can you write down the comment above progress code that we are extracting visit and visit number from SV data set? Yeah. So those comments actually they are really good practice, right? For
Yeah.
writing the code. At least the other person who is referring your code should be
Yeah,
able to.
so yeah, make it a good indentation and
Good
comments.
programming practice, we call it something like
Yeah.
that. So can you write on the above for Epoch also you have written some code, right? You merge it with
So here you will see visit and visit num derivations, and here you will see the epoch. Okay, epoch how we are creating
that is from SE dataset, right? And for
SC
visit and
data.
visit
Yeah,
name we take SV.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Any other? Yeah. Okay, guys. We'll meet you tomorrow to discuss the P21 and define data and
So
validation. Okay. Yeah.
one request is that do you have any notes on IMWG criteria for multiple myeloma tumors?
Present I don't have. So I also need to check in my projects anywhere it has, because all the material we can't take and show you, right? So that is why I don't have
We
that
want
material.
like see as per here we have CR response and all this thing, right? PR,
Yeah.
CR and all, right? But there they have something like VGPR, very good something partial response. Then they have something like
Yeah, so if
stringent
we are involved with that type of
yes, clear
projects, then
response
only
and
we'll
all.
get that info. So if you are,
Yes.
continuously involving in the solid tumors and some other therapeutic area work, so we can't expose that, right? So everybody having experience, some programmers have completely dedicated to some cardiovascular therapeutic area, some are neurology, some are something, right? So if we expose on the oncology, that too, as you said, the myeloma related, then only we get the type of data and info and knowledge on that area. Okay, so definitely I'll check, anything across, then I will share to in your share folder. Okay, so I also look this material as well. Okay, so the classes plan tomorrow and day after tomorrow